Yes, I can. When we get to that, I can do that. Hello, CRC! Happy Sunday! Long time no see! Can we please welcome the incredible team members? Wasn't he great yesterday? I do want to say I've already heard that there's an elephant in the room, and that is I'm dressed casually. I had the morning off. This is the first time in many months, so I had the morning off. We went on an adventure. Can you please direct your attention to Jerry for a moment? Jerry.
Hi, I actually have something totally unchoir related, and so a couple of short little things. One thing is I'm like flying around a little bit in euphoria. Yes, part of it, how we did so well yesterday, and he'll tell you about that, the feedback. But part of it was, I noticed you know I'm a detail person, right?
Yeah. No, really?
Really? So these little things that happen in life, these little things that I see and notice, are really put me way up here. And yesterday on the way to the festival, what put me way up here was driving Occidental Road next to Boleto Vineyard. You with me?
Yeah.
And the sun was shining on the golden leaves.
Right.
And what's that? Oh, a giant buck strolling next to the vineyard, just strolling there, taking his time. Cars are going like he was gorgeous. And it just did something to me for the festival. Today, coming here, you may sit, hi. Today, coming here, I had the classical music station on, and Andre Previn playing Gershwin's piano concerto with my beloved Pittsburgh Symphony, because he was the conductor of the Pittsburgh Symphony when he was married to Mia Farrow, and he was playing this fabulous concerto by George Gershwin. And I know the symphony like this from growing up and having my young adulthood teaching career years there, dating the bassoon player, going to the concert every Friday night, going out to eat after, you know the whole thing. Okay, so they are fantastic, that orchestra. And I had it cranked up so loud, it was just carrying me. I'm like, what thrills me? Oh, animals, ladybugs, music, and cabbages. Roger, I told Roger yesterday, we have a cabbage patch with 20 Wakefield cabbages. They're cone-shaped, they come to a point. 20 works of art, all growing together. We can't possibly know what to do. Now, Roger gave me, you should cook them this way, you should do that. So my plea to you is, if you have some favorite way of cooking cabbage, I want you to email it to me. Please, email it to me. No, not now, email it to me. Okay, one last little thing, everybody. Hello. One last little thing. Why do I get so excited about Pittsburgh? Because I grew up there in a city that's small, accessible, gorgeous, and culturally dripping in high quality, fabulous music, art, everything you could possibly, education, universities, medicine. It's just got it all going on, and natural beauty. So, hearing Andre Previn and the Pittsburgh Symphony made me think, tell the people when I get here, Francesco Lecce Chong, who's the conductor of the Santa Rosa Symphony, born and raised in San Francisco, who lives in Rincon Valley. He was the assistant conductor of the Pittsburgh Symphony when he got hired to come here and be the Santa Rosa conductor. And then he came here, and who went back to Pittsburgh? David McCarroll, born and raised in Annapolis up the coast at Star Cross Monastery. Touching anybody? My father, Toby, and sister, I can't remember, raised that boy up, and he became a fantastic violinist locally in the Bay Area. So good that he's now the concertmaster of the Pittsburgh Symphony. It's all coming like this in my mind, in my heart, and my excitement. So it just makes me very happy. So cabbage recipes when we get home.
Hello. Today, we're going to digest some information from the festival. Those of you that weren't there, this is to your benefit. Please make notes accordingly. We're going to talk about it more as we approach some of these songs, but today we have to get through kind of everything. As you can expect, how many rehearsals do we have left? Kind of today. Next week is hopefully a tech rehearsal. All right, so I'm going to start with Alan's comments. I think Alan's comments are, because a lot of you worked with Dr. Samet yesterday, but I will go over those things. So Alan, one of the things he started when we look at our quality of sound, you can look at these things, I'll send them out to the choir, but one of his first notes is that blend is not just matching the same open vowel, but listening to one another. And this is one of the things that definitely yesterday I could hear. You were trying to do all the right things, but it was in a silo instead of as a living organism. The E vowel, especially in Ave Maria, is particularly challenging, and the A vowel, especially in Ave Maria, at louder dynamics sometimes loses beauty. That is one of his really clear notes. We're going to come back to this in a second. He then states later, the Ave Maria is more about the beauty of the music than the text. And we've already kind of gone into that, right? You have to just sing into the music a little bit more. He immediately follows this note up with, the group is good. So when something does not stay at the same high bar, it is noticeable. This is actually a lot of his commentary. It's like the group was great, but when something was not as great as everything else, it was really, really obvious. On City Called Heaven, both clinicians noted that the eighth notes could be more accurate and in time throughout. We had some rubber banding that was unexpected yesterday, so we'll see. And we'll come back to City Called Heaven in a moment. He does note that he would really like the soft dynamics to be more truly soft. Your mezzo pianos on a scale of 10 should be a 2.5 to a 3, and yesterday your mezzo pianos were a lot closer to like 4 for the pot. And that was singing in a new space. I totally understand that. But making sure that as you're listening and adjusting, that things, whatever space you're in, you can start the song and it might be too loud, but please adjust to the space as we get into the song. And then the other thing, this is how he ends it. Because this is a better ensemble, I went right into areas I felt you would appreciate my thoughts. It's a great choir that can only get better. And bravo to Tim on the solo. Yeah. So Dr. Samet was our clinician yesterday. For those of you that weren't there, I'll give you the short of her notes. I actually really love this. I can tell you're listening to one another intently. Beautiful. So, there's a slight difference of perspective. Alan can tell you're listening to one another's vowels, but you're not necessarily listening to blending to one another. Dr. Samet noted she would like the long notes in Ave Maria to have, she likes the direction of the long notes, but they need to make sure that they are not only heading somewhere, but that they make it all the way through the phrase with energy. Keep the yawning space that we've already worked on to keep the pitch vibrant and in tune. In City Called Heaven, shorter notes could be shorter for contrast. She would like more consonants, which is great. I love that as well. And we'll address some of the consonants we don't like. We don't want you to punch them, but we do want to understand the text. City Called Heaven, she really loved how we switched things up. She really wants you to be more bold and to trust yourselves more. In Let the River Run, she noted that it was lots of great energy. She did have a question about why Tim was supporting the opening a cappella section. Of course, it's just because we've been going flat. It's really noticeable when the piano comes in and pulls everything back up. She really appreciated your focus on Ave Maria. I think the big thing, and she worked this yesterday, so this season we've worked on walking while singing this, and we've worked on painting. Almost every other season I have worked on playing strings. And this is the one season that I didn't, but she asked for those of you that weren't there, to play strings the whole time, to make sure that those notes have energy across the entire space, right? You can't stop bowing and continue to produce a sound. Same idea. To our two flautists. Nice flute duet. Beautiful. Don't forget to take your well-deserved bow and to be acknowledged. I definitely was like you, and the two of you went. I was like, no.
Okay, we're done. Let's go.
I have so many compliments about how fantastic it was. So truly, please, like you did such a great job. And then Tim, she does say, great job, very expressive. So all in all, it was a great day. You're gonna get lots of applause. I guarantee you.
I just wanted to mention, she also said, movement is music, music is movement.
Yes. And one of my favorite things that she said all day is that you have to be smart to sing choral. You have to be smart to sing choral music. It's not enough to be emotional, and it's not enough to be technical. You have to be both. And that's the big note on one of my songs, actually, is you requires its own level of intelligence. Crystal and I were driving around this morning, and I'm working on a workshop called Choral Emotional Intelligence, and all this huge more information when we get there. Yes, I saw.
Yeah, yesterday, one surprise for me was that there was 3 people, including somebody that I had expected to be next to me, sitting in front, and I'm wondering if you can rehearse that way.
Everything changes when we get to intonation because the staging is very different. So what we do is we rehearse on our best approximation, and things will change. Unfortunately, on Saturday morning we will know. Thank you. But yes, otherwise that'd be my preference as well. Anything else that you got from the Choir Festival that you would like to share with your group, Abigail?
One thing that I felt more yesterday, which she did mention, a city called Heaven, was the conversation between the choir and the soloist. And I felt yesterday that, especially as we worked on it with the clinician, was that we had more of an interaction going between the two of us.
We're going to talk a lot about city
And
culture.
I really liked how we kind of started to get there
Yes.
yesterday. So I'd like to keep that going.
I love that. Yes, we're going to talk about it because that's one of the areas that I think that we have a vast space for improvement. Please.
I absolutely loved what she said about playing the cello on the Ave Maria. That made a huge difference for me.
I love it. I love that.
It made a huge difference.
It did. It was dramatic. It was so good.
Would one of you, Tim, or you share with the group what was said to you about our ability to create a big volume sound?
Yeah, there was a group of the Healdsburg Chorus folk that were very surprised at the volume that they were getting from City of Heaven from you guys as a group. They thought, you really sounded like a 70-person choir. I mean, these people had sung in 100-person choir, they sung in spiritual oriented choirs before, and they were very impressed by the amount of presence that you had. So, great job.
All right, let's hop into our rehearsal. Please stand and direct your stretch across your body.
It'd be great. Okay.
Roll those shoulders down. Roll those shoulders forward. Remember, the goal is to be in the seating that we spent time developing several weeks ago. And if you haven't made a note in your folder, please make a note in your folder of who you are presently standing between and or in front of. Shake out your hands. Shake out your feet. Shake out your face. And yawn. Relax your jaw and your tongue. Connect to the top and the bottom, please. Please slow it down, better the basis. A little bit more time, altos. One more, please. Throw it in the back. Nice and booty. Lots of consonants. So I was sitting at home yesterday, last night after the festival because we hadn't done enough, and I was trying to come up with. I have something that I'm going to do with all of my groups as we head up to concerts. Sorry. That'll be. That's why I couldn't do it. So the law can't be produced back on the hard palate, needs to be produced either on the tip of the tooth or right behind the tooth. Ready to go. Okay, ready? Let's try it for real.
Can we
All
try
right.
it slower?
we could try it slower one time. The thing that's going to help, Crystal and I were diagnosing something yesterday. A lot of our vocalists, when they're doing their laws, whatever it is, whether it's the lit, whether it was OCC with their laws in how can we keep from singing? Yes. You're singing separate notes, separate detached notes. Can you let the L just be an interruption to your pattern? So all I'm doing is the L is just an interruption. Ready? Little slower. This is an endurance building exercise, yes.
I think we could do one with just ah the first time and then with the L the second time. Would that be helpful?
I would like to stick to ah, but yes, I see. This is the exercise that we normally do on a different pattern, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's try it. La, ready. La, 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 la. Nice and forward. La, 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 so you feel a little bit of drag there. That's okay. We're going to use this each week to check in. You can take your seats.
Okay.
So I have a question for you. There is perhaps one part I was not happy with yesterday. And if I have not done a good job of explaining this, I apologize. But I am fairly certain we did. The meaning of City Called Heaven is not despair. The meaning of City Called Heaven is not a loss of hope. History of Black people in the United States is not only a history of slavery. It is a history of resilience. It is a history of finding hope against indomitable odds. It is a knowledge that whatever happens in this life, their convictions tell them that in their afterlife or next life, they will find home and compassion and grace and love. The story of City Called Heaven is not a song of sadness. And that was the thing that was the most disappointing yesterday, is I had too many people go despair, loss, grief. And there is the acknowledgement of that which exists, but then getting to, I'm just trying to make heaven my home. I am trying to live every day as if no matter what happens to me, I will get to a place where I am loved and accepted for who I am. The history of spirituals is not that because the text is sad, it is sad. It is a story of resilience and tremendous courage in the face of the oppressor. And that was the most devastating part to me. And so I know I didn't express it that strongly before because I thought we talked about it in a different way. I really try not to be super preachy. But if that's what you needed to get the message today, great. I did ask every one of you to write at the top of your music something along the lines of what the song meant, and it was supposed to be along the lines of hope or resilience. And as far as, I don't know, you may have done it, but I did not hear that yesterday, and I only personally know of one person that did that. So please, write something, whether it's at the top of every page, the top of the first page, whether it's a symbol that means something to you, whether it's a picture. If you're a talented artist, great, draw on your music. I believe you should do this to every song, because it is not enough to internalize those thoughts. If you have your music in front of you, use it for good. So we're going to run through parts of our program. We'll stop, we'll work, but we're going to run through. That's the one we know. What's the meaning of Let the River Run?
Joy.
Justice will prevail eventually, freedom, equality, treatment of people in a way that is, loving and hopeful and accepting.
So this is like the culmination, right? There is finding that inherent joy. There's the concept of the water is the many streams to come together and create a tide that changes the world, right? Like all of these answers are all part of the same part, but that is the encapsulation, right? You have to find that thing, the crux upon which it is all built. They are. So when Jerry and I were planning this program, we were trying like paradise. So if you put paradise into like a language learning program or a language learning model, it's like, here's a tropical beach. You know how hard it is to get it to define paradise as like this coming, working together, and building hope? So much harder because it's abstract. That's human. This is a human program of paradise.
Okay, about that. So you should once in a while take a look at the links on my signatures on the email, which is an automatic Google signature. Here's the link to CRC's Facebook page. And this morning, I posted, come to our concert, Paradise. And I'm ready to Facebook. And what does paradise mean to you? That's all I'm going to tell you. Because I did proselytize a little bit about what paradise might mean to you, and coming here, we might sing something about what paradise means to you, audience. But you might want to read those comments, they're out there publicly that I made. But it goes along with you, Gage, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, so you read it too.
Well,
See what you think. No, really, comment.
from the top. I said we were running the whole program. From the top of the program, which is Let the River Run. Huh? Sorry, what's that? That's that one always. 1, 2, go.
Come to the ice run on the water, come to the ice run on the water, come to the ice run.
Yeah, they're behind, yeah.
1, 2, go.
Come to the ice run on the water, come to the ice run on the water, come to the ice run on the water, come to the ice run on the water. Come to the ice run on the water, come to the ice run on the water, come to the ice run on the water, come to the ice run on the water. Come to the ice run on the water, come to the ice run on the water, come to the ice run on the water, come to the ice run on the water. Come to the ice run on the water, come to the ice run on the water, come to the ice run on the water, come to the ice run on the water. Walk to it, running on the water, walk to it, running on the water, walk to it, running on the water, walk to it, running on the water.
Great, all right. Yeah. Okay, the first 5 songs are Let the River Run, Ave Maria, Northern Lights, Paraíso, and Why We Sing. Northern Lights is 3rd, Paraíso is 4th, Why We Sing is 5th. This was sent out twice and announced in rehearsal. It's all right. Why we sing is 5th, yes. We'll get to the second half of the program when we get there. All right. So, in your best Juliet child, Ave! Maria! Can you say both words? Ave Maria! I'm not sure. I'm not positive. Yes, we did. I understand for the exercise that I'm asking for right now, that was not as applicable. The exercise, that is from Dr. Samet yesterday. There are issues with the vowel, there are issues with the epsilon. But for right now, this is about the placement of everything else around it. So one more time, both words together. Ave Maria! So don't chew the vowel, please. There's none of this. She asked for a very relaxed jaw throughout a taller cathedral space. As you're singing this, can you please listen a little bit more across the group? This is the song in particular where your vowels are, the vowels are all right, but what's happening is across the group, they're not consistent. Yes. Oh, you moved in place.
Yeah, I shouldn't put them there. I'm sorry. I apologize. Get these postcards in the lobby and give them out. Give them out. Give them out.
It won't be quite that bad. This was a new test today. All right. What else are you going to do in this piece that you learned yesterday? So we're going to bow the sound. The dynamics is the huge one. The dynamics is the note that you received. This is where Alan was talking about the fact that your soft moments, he had no complaints about your big moments other than sometimes the vowel becomes less than beautiful. Never sing louder than beautiful, right? That's a big choral rule. But your soft moments can be exceptionally soft. Yes.
She mentioned eyes. She mentioned having eyes on you.
Yes, oh, eyeballs, yes, I like eyeballs. So it should not feel like I'm dragging you through the piece. That's the big part, right? All right. Ready?
Oh, no.
More about how beautiful the song is, please. You had such beautiful shaping to this already this evening. First two were great, and ma became super. There was too much tongue. What? It was that was actually pleasantly soft from up here, but you're singing through the M and it's driving the pitch down. Remember, the M is the onset of the not to be sung through. your E is gonna be different than mine because I'm not a sprinter or alpha. But can you make sure you're entering above the ma and not under? One more time, please. All right, there's the basis. The ah, you found the shape the second that I asked you to raise. The other vowels are so bright that they're like a glaring red light. As Alan said, it is you do so much well that when it's not good, it's really obvious. Ah was great, and then we got I got a lot of Ave Marie. No bright brassiness, please. And the Sopranos and Altos gave you a spectacular example of that word this time. 9. 3. You guys start a conversation. No A, please. Yeah, no A. Same rules throughout. No A. Sopranos in particular, watch the A. You're getting a lot of vowel A. There's no A sounds. No A spaces. That's really cool. Fantastic. Those little bits of balancing, gorgeous. You please take your seats. Hands up, hats up, Jordan Smith! Please welcome Tim to the podium. Oh, hold on, those are on right now.
Hello.
What's the message?
What's the good news, Tim?
Tell us the word.
I have a scientific statement with me, but I don't think you want to hear it.
Yes, Northern Lights is third.
Dave's thinking about.
Wherever you want. I'm a base. Not enough if you were looking at Tim though.
Okay, yeah, so we're gonna move to.
Yes.
Oh, right there. I will continue to work on that page. Sorry.
You're beautiful. Give it up for Tim! Faces, really quickly, because I love you. Faces, letter D. What I'm going to tell you is, as we head into E, there are some wrong notes, but let's start with D. D is in Dave. 2, 3. Alright, so the ah in 55, some of you are not going and that's one of the turnarounds that's incorrect. And then the turnaround in 57. Those two spots, please circle and work on at home. So that's where I would say bases. Otherwise, we're still trending a little too flat on the B flat and the G, but if you fix those spots, we're just moving together, and we'll take beautiful and moving together over anything else. However, I do think there are a lot of spots in this song where I ask for very particular markings, and you are not singing them notoriously as frequently. And that's not a Tim matter, that's a, I don't know that you're using your notes or trusting them.
Will you be singing with us?
Huh?
Will you be singing it with us?
Yes, just as I was.
Just as
Yeah.
you. Wonderful.
Hold on, yes.
Can we go over measure 29? Yes.
That transition.
Yeah.
I have to say, we have gone over this so many times. I've devoted lots of rehearsals to this.
You just have to watch Tim, just completely watch Tim, he keeps us.
And it's a handoff too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's the thing to remember, it's the handoff from the sopranos. Yeah, just your stepping right down.
Yeah, I think if you could say, because we're coming in, we better than we ever have.
Yeah.
Just say that.
Yes.
But we are going flat by the end of that, whole alto
Yes.
piece. So the whole thing, there's a lot of breath.
It was good. It was good for
Really
about,
thinking about that, just.
Yeah, and the rest of it comes from practice, right, because that's not the big one.
I'm having a hard time during that whole section finding the down.
Okay, that's probably
There's
me.
so much going on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I
And I couldn't see it.
okay, I felt it was very strong from where I was watching from the bases. It could have been a perspective thing. I did feel like a lot of the choir was not watching. I felt like a lot of people were in the music, and some people were just going, cool. When Tim was literally in beat 3, people were singing beat 1.
And I'm doing more phrasing as opposed to beating, so
Okay. Yes, I think it is yes and. I think that perspective was somewhat of a challenge, but I also saw there were a lot of people in that half of the choir that were ahead of us.
You know, we're not very familiar with this piece, and we're, that's why we're not living weekends.
Why are you not familiar with the piece?
Don't speak.
It hasn't been worked on as much as some of the other pieces.
I strongly disagree. Yes.
I think overall,
They could share their mezzo forte. We all come at mezzo forte. We never change our dynamics.
No, that altos drive the whole piece by that point.
So I would say for us to make sure we're not trying to match their forte.
Yes, so Richard's saying at 30, you should not be over singing the altos. And what happened is we got to that moment and I just felt the whole choir, like you were just punching it and you were ahead of the altos by that point. The altos are always pulling you into the beat one. Some of you are not listening to me.
it might be handy to go through and just mark the music of where you're listening for those separated moving lines. Whether it's the soprano, a lot of time it's the altos, just make a mark, like, oh, this is the alto, can I hear the altos? This is sopranos, can I hear the soprano? Because
It's called Ritz Forzando. When I took techniques of choral singing at Cal State Long Beach 100 years ago. The teacher was the director of the choirs, and that was the thing he just harped on. And he said that breaks a choir. When you have a choir that can realize that there's the altos or the tenors, whoever has that moment, you allow them to have that moment, and it just makes it more interesting.
Yeah.
And it's texture.
This is why choral music is so different, because you have to see all of the parts. Instrumentalists get to look, this is my part, here are my 2 pages. And yes, do I have 200 measures? Yes. Choral musicians have to see everything. I had someone come up last year and they go, can you just give me a soprano part that is just soprano? I said, no. You can't, because the context is what matters.
Yeah.
If you don't know what's happening around you, you might be singing the right notes, but you're not singing the right piece. And this still comes back to something we're gonna definitely look at a lot this next season. You might be a phenomenal solo singer. You might know your music and sight read it perfectly, even if you don't come to rehearsals. But that isn't the point of choir.
Right.
Choir is an organism in a community. So the more that we are engaged with one another, the easier this all becomes. Yes.
Here's a little tip that I'm noticing about this piece. Often when we sing polka S, we are simply a mantra to the section that has the lead, like in bar 30. All sopranos, tenors, and basses singing polka S over and over. It's the altos who have, and it goes on like that. If you keep looking on, who's singing polka S? We're not the lead, right? We're the background for whoever has the lead.
Well, it depends. Like letter B, the sopranos are in charge, and the altos are singing the sweeping part, and the tenors and basses are the echo. This is a rule of thumb. This is just a general thing that I heard throughout the choir. It is who. The pull is and pull will drive the piece flat. That's the hootie. All right. Yes.
Just quickly, where's you want us to switch at the very, very end where the altos are singing?
Well, that is now a conversation we have with Tim. What I believe I asked them.
Switch to the.
What sounds good for you? You're in charge.
So I think we should do that. I think that's great. So you want them close to an M and maybe 60
more. Well, it has to be
way up high. Well,
you do it on beat 167 is probably the easiest spot to do it.
Where were you doing it? Were you doing it on 68?
I'm just playing.
You were playing. Okay, got it. So maybe you were doing it after everybody else. Maybe you were. Thought it's like
for yes.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But we're watching for a hand.
Yes, of course.
Having
Of course.
specific spot.
Yes.
Right.
It's mostly so like the thing is it's all about intonation.
Yeah.
If you're doing a really great job and you compose the M and it's not going to go flat, artistically it's better earlier. But if it's like, it'll probably be later. Tim's going to give you a beautiful M, I believe it. And then you don't release it until he opens the M, just as all our procedures. We will hopefully have time to come back to that one in just a minute. I need to hear all of your work from Paradiso last week, please. So let's quickly go over traffic. I had a question about traffic. So at the beginning of Paradiso, you sing 2 measures, you enter the start repeat section, you sing all the way through until when?
17.
Top of 4, measure 17, and then you sing dum do 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 or dum dum, and you go back to measure 3, and you sing verse 2. Then you sing all the way through, and then you take the second ending. And then you sing all the way through there, right? All the way through to the bottom of 6. And at the bottom of 6, you run back to the top of 4. And at the top of 4, you sing all the way through until the top of 5, where it says Dakota, and that takes you to page 7. And then you're there. Yes, so run all the way through from the beginning. to page 6, the bottom of 6, or no, sorry, all the way through to page 4, you take the first repeat. You sing all the way through from the first repeat through to page 6 at that point in time. The bottom of 6, jump back to 4. 4 is almost always where we run back to. Then at the top of 4, where you have the segno, that's with the slash and the dots. You then sing all the way through to the top of the next page, which is page 5, where it says to coda. You turn to page 7. You turn to page 7 from the top of 5, the final time through. The coda and the segno are always the ones that get us. Let's see what happens. You'll just have it down. They're very fun. Three.
A place where dying rivers, no birds that fly on song, the saints suppose them to endure the smoke that screams the air, the grass that's never there. And if I could see a single bird, what a joy! I try to write some words and create a single song to be heard by the rest of the world. I live in a world called I saw in a house made of cardboard and gold. I long to be free. I saw free to play. Everything I see. Matching bags for my clothes, plastic bags for the cold, and if empty cans were all I have, what a joy I never try to take someone else's voice and live with me like the rest of the world. Take me by the hand,
I'm sorry, I cannot do this much work. I will not be able to conduct our program. And this one is, we are just fighting each other. So, there are two options. We sing the tempo, or I don't conduct the music, it's very slow.
Oh.
Those are the two options. Because right now I'm literally like, Tim's snapping, I'm clapping, I'm 3, 4, and we're just fighting the entire time, and every breath slows you down. What does it mean when every breath is slowing you down? You're not breathing in time or in a preparatory beat. I also think all your consonants are a little bit swallowed. Can we try it? Can we go middle of 5? Return. So it's rubato, middle of 5. The second you get to the middle of 6, when you get to the words, and if empty cans were whole, I have what a joy. That's an odd tempo. You need to make that giant. Because if we never reach the odd tempo again, it won't happen. Okay. Return. Okay, it should be F, D major. Sorry?
The 4 measures that lead up to it.
I would like to start right at the rubato. The part before it should be 5.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
Well,
And then going to the sign area.
You got the 21.
We're going into 5. Yes, at the bottom of 6, you'll head back to 4, and then we'll head to 7. Yes. Wait.
Wrong. Not.
The ISO is all over the place. No birds can fly over Paradiso. No space. Space is on beat 1. Return
It's strangely notated,
I don't know that you could note that any more clearly.
Well, I have 4 slashes on every beat, and those are my anchors, right there.
No, I can understand that. But they've shown you, they've followed all of Gold's rules right there, which are the rules that are required for traditional music.
That doesn't matter, let's just get.
The world so much on the end last week.
That flip to page 7 is brutal.
Yes.
Please put a post-it on page 7 or page 6 so you can turn to page 7 easily.
I think you just have to memorize it.
Yeah.
You just have to memorize it. That just has to happen. You need to memorize 2 measures. It's not hard. Just 2 measures. Memorize 46 and 47.
And the end is literally of the soloist. Like it.
So are you going to be directing that while you're posting?
I have to. Yes,
We lost it before that though.
we did. We didn't make it through 7.
We didn't, the page turn
No.
did not.
Okay.
I know.
Yeah.
It's a page turn from 17.
Yes.
I mean, that's where it's coming.
Yes. Okay. So we're gonna try something new.
Because there's 5 beats to the measure.
Yes.
When we turn to page 8, last page, we get to turn the page into a 5 beat.
Why did that mean that people stopped singing?
Well, because that's throwing us off.
Yeah, you have to listen for the tenors.
The tenors and altos keep singing.
But they didn't.
And then I gave you the biggest from the left. So I hear all of the reasons that we get to say that it didn't work. But I'm giving you everything you asked for. I have upheld my end of the bargain. Yes.
Yeah.
But I love, I mean, you are trying really well, and I love that, okay? But honestly, I feel like everyone else is trying, and it's not working.
I feel that.
Yes.
I'm gonna say something I've never said before, right, and I don't want you to hate me. So you can just think about what I'm gonna say.
I know what you're thinking.
know what you're
Thank you.
I'm not gonna say it.
Thank yes, I hear you.
I'll stop.
You're great.
I think if by next week.
Well, that's a whole different conversation. Please. That's a whole different conversation. We need, okay. So, I need you all to start on page 4 in the second ending, except you are going as if we have just come from the bottom of page 6. So you're going to sing all of page 4, and then to the top of 5, and then take the coda
To 7.
to 7. Is that expressly clear? Do not continue, do not pass go, do not collect $200. The top of page 5, sing that one measure and jump to page 7. I will give you the practice. So you're in the second inning, but it's as if you were taking the third time through. Make the world understand that if I can be seen, what a joy this time and wandering on stands of truth. Much better. Okay. That's a lot of work. It shouldn't be that much work. Okay, I'm gonna mull.
send out the edit that I have of this, I'm sure there's both, maybe help with the somehow.
Thank you, Abigail.
Are you singing the first verse?
Huh?
Are you singing the first verse and she does the second?
Yes.
That's nice.
It is great. You guys sound lovely.
Yeah. Show himself with us first.
Why we sing?
It's really good time.
It's perfect timing. in fact. That's the piece for me that's really missing from that song. I think for all the things, if you are not loving it, find the moment that you love in that piece. Find the reason that you sing that piece. Find the sound that you get to share and go, wow, I'm so glad. Even if you like only 2% of it. Find that 2%. Yeah.
There's a YouTube video of Latino Bible singers doing this, and it's really beautiful and helpful to watch.
That's the one that Jerry sent out.
That's the
several times.
only
Yeah.
video of this, because this arrangement was written for that choir.
But please listen.
It's a beautiful.
The sound of hope, the sound of peace, the sound that celebrates and speaks what we believe, the sound of love, the sound so strong, keeps on reaching what is given when we share a song. This is why we sing, why we lift our voice, why we stand as one in harmony. This is why we sing, why we lift our voice. Take my hand and sing with me. Soothe the soul, mend the heart. Bring together lives that have been torn apart. Share the joy of a friend. It's our never-ending that circles back again. This is why we sing, why we lift our voice, why we stand as one in harmony. This is why we sing, why we lift our voice. Take my hand and sing with me. Music is a bridge, we can tear down the wall. Music is a language that can speak to one and all. This is why we sing, why we lift our voice, why we stand as one. This is why we sing, why we lift our voice. Take my hand and sing with me. This is why we sing, we sing.
fantastic. Looks like that one died halfway through, sorry. Okay, what were my notes last week on this piece, do you remember? Cutoffs. You're singing into a lot of the rests. And again, as Alan put it, good. But when you make those kind of errors, it's really obvious. And I'm giving you as giant of cutoffs as I can at this moment, especially on the last page. So I know that it's going to be fine. I know that performance brings out a whole different part of us. I think it's just easier for all of us when we're at performance level before. It's so much less stressful, right? Like, I don't want you stressing going into concerts. That's not a good experience. I will tell you my philosophy. When it gets to concerts, whatever happens, happens. I can't control a whole bunch in concerts. I can try, but for what? Instead, I can enjoy the experience and I can learn from it. And I would like you to be at that point so that next week and the week after when you have concerts, you go, oh, that was great. Instead of, oh man, that's so true. So, at this moment, you've just walked off stage. Fantastic first half. Actually, you've taken your seats behind. Manzanita performs, Octet performs, and then you come back out. I may have just had my head the order wrong. That's it. That's
Yes.
Manzanita's first.
Manzanita's what?
Manzanita's first.
Yes, Manzanita's first. I'm sorry. Octet is there. Yes. And now you come back
I have to be prepared.
right after the Octet too.
I am no.
Hopefully you can set it before you walk away.
No big deal.
And you.
I'll get this done.
Outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful, and since there's no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. There's no signs of stopping, there's a cross of corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Finally, kiss goodnight. I hate going out in the snow. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be home. The fire is slowly dying, and my dear is still dividing. But as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it snow. Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. It doesn't show signs of stopping, and the rocks are popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, I hate going out in the snow. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be home. The fire is slowly dying, and my dear is still goodbye. But as long as you love me
will say, I heard a lot of reversals of your die-ins and die-ins throughout the whole piece. Please make sure that you are looking at them. We've gone over a lot of times. Most of your moments where there's supposed to be no sound, well done, no sound. Sirocco! A lot of program, well, some of the program left, right? 40%? You good?
I'm bad at fractions.
That's what I thought.
So we're just talking.
So I want the romance to seep through a very soft moment. Nice and warm. Soften just a little. Shake it off. All together right as it bounces on the plane. Remember, it's Venadab. The elision is on that last syllable, please, not earlier. Right in, so we stopped in the pause. You didn't sing anything. What does it? It doesn't matter if you don't sing anything, though. Okay, hi. We're continuing right where we left off, which was the fermata right after the fast section. That'll be beautiful. We've got a little bit of rubber banding that will resolve. Okay.
What does rubber band mean?
The time is rubber banding between in time and out of time in the fast section.
Solo 1, solo 2.
As best you are able.
Yeah.
Don't push yourself, Jason.
I would like a little more gas.
That's gonna be in my head.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to do the standing yet, but we'll figure it out. More hootie, please.
How do you lose yourself to someone and never lose your way? How do you not run out of new things to say? Since you know you're always changing, how can it be the same? And tell me how year after year your story, your heart won't fall apart each time you hear the music never If we can be the best of lovers, yet be the best of friends.
Alright, lovely. Can we give it up for our solos, please? No, it's okay. Yeah, no, you can't. I think that is a more functional way to have as much, but it's also. All right, Tim and I have a couple ideas. We're working on it. City Hall Heaven! What are you gonna do? Be bold. Trust yourself. The other note that I took that I really loved is every sound is sacred that you're producing here. Every sound is should be good.
Okay. One. So I was a little confused. The direction we've been getting from you on the taper in and out of our constant high in the building. Yesterday I'm hearing from the judges and say make them shorter.
They
So
at
we've
this
been talking
speed.
crescendo on each one.
It's more about the entrance and exit, right? We were also taking it slower than Dr. Samet took it yesterday. That part in there is not necessarily changing. But even at a faster speed, so it's not but it's still a bloom indicate a short brief bloom. But it doesn't need to be it's not that much. So that's what they're saying is we're getting a lot of and it's bleeding over into the second, fourth, and no second, fifth, and eighth.
Match that they weren't getting.
Then they're not enough consonants. And I think that is for fear of the fact that, like, I've asked for, I don't want wide world, right? Like, I didn't ask for those consonants, but I did ask for wide world. So there's still, like, aspiration and connection to each of those, but not a hard, intense consonant. Consonants still have to occur, just relax. Y'all got this. Trust him, trust yourselves. Oh, one more, I guess. I forgot. I shouldn't have shut it.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, bang. We're getting there. Tim, I went the other way. You moved it for me.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to be facing this way for the concert.
So you hear their tail is bleeding over. If you're singing and the piano is not making sound, it means you're singing for too long. So just listen really quickly. I'm going to play the entrance and the first three measures after that, and that should give you a really good idea. So you feel, so the consonant can't be unbeat too. That's the hardest part of this. I like the intensity though. All right, ready? Let's try again. How loud are they? Okay, so the differentiation is that it starts piano, you have to grow to the crescendo. The crescendo, when do you finally get to be loud? Alone. So it's a long, long crescendo. We're talking about 10 or 7 measures, I think. 7 measures. Give yourself room to breathe. That was much better. The one that's really coming in inconsistently is SAR. You're supposed to hold it, and as Dr. Semmett worked with you on yesterday, you're supposed to take crescendo. But there's the lone to eight is connected. Please. Oh, that was really great. I really love that. One more time. When the piano left hand is loud, that doesn't mean just sing louder. That's just me following Dr. Semmett from yesterday. Is the piano fine?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
We're right.
It seems pretty intense.
Yes, well done, Tim. Well done, choir. That felt different, right? I could use, in the grand scheme of things, I could use a dash more hope. But yes, that was like musically, I felt it. Now I just want to emotionally weep. Please. So everyone in my choirs, there's always one song a season where I want to weep. This is it, or that was it, right? Please.
So for me, the beginning of each, like sometimes I just don't know, right? It's like, oh, sometimes I just don't know. But then I've heard of a city called heaven. That's when my face lightens up, right?
Yep.
And I have hope now. Now it's just getting there. This sucks, but I'm getting there. And so that's where it transitions, right? Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I just don't know which way to go. But I've heard that there's a city called heaven, right? So that's where it switches.
That will make the ultimate difference at the end of the day. It's why it's not the final song, because I don't think it ends quite the way that we want our program to end, but it is the penultimate song. Don't worry, I'm buying you time. It's the penultimate song because it pulls us all in. So you tell this story, right? Let's talk about the really quick narrative here at the very end. This exact concept of like, the world is really difficult. I think a lot of people can relate to that for a lot of different reasons, right? However, that is not to alter the meaning and origin of this song. Please do not take that as everyone suffers. That's the meaning of the song. That is not the meaning of the song. But you can relate in whatever fashion. I was talking with a member yesterday, which I'm going to send you. I'm going to share more information on that later. But he was talking about we all, to whatever extent, knows what it's like to lose something or to lose everything. We know what that feeling is, and that is where this piece sits. Is that in that moment of despair, you have that person, that animal, or that ideal goal that you get to head to and go, I lost everything, but still, here. Nevertheless, you persisted. And that's it. And then we come to that realization, right? My home. And then in that moment of despair, but you know that there's hope on the other side of that, we remind everyone, you will never walk alone. We will pull you along together and we'll make a better road.
Can I just do the beginning and you give me the a little bit real loud?
Yeah. I'll come.
When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high.
Yes. Your walk is gorgeous. Can I get a couple more consonants in other spots that are not like hard Ks? Which way will you enter? 1, 2, 1.
When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high, and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm is a golden sky. And the sweet, sweet, sweet song of my Lord. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, will your dreams be tossed and blown?
this song. And the second we got to like 4 or 5, they're gone. They were less present, maybe. All right, pick up to 27. Pick up to 27, please. The consonant I do not want more of, is S. Please, I'm hearing because they're too confident. And as much as you can, I'm trying to give you the exact like moment of the consonant. 1, 2. Walk on through the wind. What word is that? Wind. 1, 2. Walk on through the wind. Walk on through the rain. Trees be tossed and blown. Walk on, wind rolling across and well, I'll make that cutoff clear. That was my cutoff, it was not good. All right, so couple of tiny spots, watch those cutoffs when you're not sure. The K's were so much better. The word that is getting me is tossed. Yes, so, can I have a B line? Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed. I'm getting up, tossed. I want tossed. The S, it's like ST. Tossed. Tossed, not tossed. Don't add a vowel in the middle. Dreams be tossed. And just this, it'll be perfect. And then there are a couple other ones where just align it to the next word unless I've given you a breath, is the rule of thumb. Align it to the next word if I haven't given you a breath, or if you have 2 consonants paired together, in which case you have to put a space between. But you know that as consummate musicians. I saw a hand. I'm blind, so I don't know who it is, but I know that there's a hand. Okay, great. 3 things in the book. So you've got a couple of things that needed a little touch. But otherwise, your partner's doing really well. I'm really excited. Thank you so much.
Could you please make sure that when you come for our next rehearsal, that your binder is not a mess. I don't know how to say it.
Have it in order.
An order, might have the tabs or whatever you do. Don't be looking for your music. It's going to fall out on the floor, whatever. You already know that. Too many of you are just a mess.
Thank you for improving your consonants, not only in You'll Not Walk Alone, but in a lot of our music. If you sprinkle those consonants in everywhere, you give me a dash more hope. A little bit of work on those two things. It's going to be great. Thank you so much. Have a good week. Great consonants. Yes. Yes.